Hey guys, welcome back to Cheapskate Watch Reviews, where I review affordable, budget-friendly timepieces that you can find online. As usual, I'm going to try to keep the video to 5 minutes or less, show you the watch, give you all the specs, and hopefully you can figure out whether or not to pick this one up or whether it'll be a hard pass. So we have a really nice Seiko field watch in front of us today. This is the Seiko SRPG27. I picked this one up about a week before the Black Friday sales hit. Was able to get it at the Black Friday price a week before, so I think I snagged a pretty good deal before anyone else did. And overall, I gotta say, this is one of my favorites in my collection. This one's been getting more wrist time the past few months than any other watch I own, and there's a lot of reasons why. So picking it up here, got a 39 millimeter case diameter. So right off the bat, really nice case size. Not too big, not too small. Thickness, we're looking at a just over 13 millimeter case thickness. So not the thinnest, but it does wear quite well. Got a Hardlex crystal on top. This is my first Hardlex crystal. I have sapphire on every other piece I own. So first time with the Hardlex. I gotta say it's holding up well. There's no scratches on this yet. No markings on it. It's doing the job well. This one does have a very nice dome to it as well, the Hardlex, so it's quite domed. It's got a nice distortion at the edge there. When you get to the edge of the watch, tilted in the right direction, you're gonna get that nice distortion on the dial, which I really enjoy. This one here does have see-through case back. I'm kind of indifferent to that. I don't need to see the movement, but this one has it. Showing the 4R36 caliber inside, which does have a day-date complication. And funny thing, I've never been much of a date guy on my pieces. I have the date complication on a lot of them, but I've never had the date until now. And I gotta say, they've done a really good job on this one. It's very clean. It's very well done. It doesn't pop out. It's not super exposed. It's got a simple little border around it, painted border. It's matched to the dial. Like I said, it doesn't pop. It's kind of subdued. I really like that. Keeps the dial nice and clean. This is a field watch, so functionality reigns supreme here. We do have the markers applied on the outside, which I really like here on the outside of the dial, the 1 through 12. The 12 to 24, the 13 to 24 is painted on, but the outside is actually applied, and it's got a nice metallic paint to it. So, I mean, in the right light, this just pops. Obviously, bright sunlight, it's going to pop more, but if you're wearing this in more of a formal setting, a bit of a darker setting, it is going to be more subdued. It's not going to pop as much, which I really like. It gives you a lot of options with this watch. Hands are loom filled, just simple pencil hands. Indices on the outside are loom filled as well. But overall, just a really clean, very clean dial design. I really like it a lot. Definitely stands out from some of the other field watches I own, just in that regard alone. Lug width on this guy, you got 20 millimeter lugs. You're probably seeing a theme on this channel now. I really like that 20 millimeter lug width. Just lets you throw on a lot of straps you probably already have. You're not dealing with any kind of odd size lug width there, 21 or 19. It's kind of one that a lot of people already have straps for, which I like. Bracelet on this one. Excuse me. I'm not crazy about the bracelet. It's pretty, you can probably hear it, it's pretty cheap and jangly. Just a pressed bracelet, a pressed clasp. Sorry, I should say pressed links on this one, push pins. It's brushed, so that is a positive, but overall it does feel pretty cheap. Definitely something you may want to swap out for an aftermarket bracelet. I know there's some other companies that do aftermarket bracelets that fit this watch exactly. So it's maybe something you want to look into, or throw a different strap on, throw a leather, throw a NATO, because most people are going to be pretty disappointed with this bracelet. Nevertheless, it is comfortable. I got to say that. I swap it out occasionally, but I do come back to this bracelet more often than not, just because it is quite comfortable. Complaint about the bracelet that I really don't like. Obviously, the sides of the case are polished. The lugs here on the face, they are brushed. My complaint is that the brushing on the case doesn't match the brushing on the bracelet, so it does stand out a little bit there for the wrong reasons, but nevertheless, it is acceptable for the price, and we'll talk about price in a second. Got a push-pull crown on this. Gives you 100 meters of water resistance. I do wish it was a screw down crown, just given that it is a field watch and you may want to take it outside and take it on an adventure and test the limits of the watch. So if I could change a couple things, I'd change the bracelet and I'd change the crown, make it a screw down crown. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the watch overall. It's got a really nice profile on the wrist. It looks great. Price. So like I said, I picked this one up around Black Friday. I paid $260 Canadian for this one. So I got it at an absolute steal. Normally sells for almost $400 Canadian. So I got a pretty nice saving. I'd say if you can pick one up around that price, definitely worth the while. Obviously, when it comes to the world of field watches, you got a lot of choice out there. You can certainly find better specs, but for me, the winner in this one is the dial. Just super, super clean. And as I tilt it to the light there, you can see all the kind of different looks you can pull this one off with. Like I said, it shimmers, it shines, but it is more subdued at different angles too. So it doesn't have to be a very loud watch if you don't want it to be a loud watch, which I really, really like. So overall, one of my favorites. It sees a lot of wrist time, probably 3 or 4 days a week right now. This one's on my wrist. So hopefully, if it's right for you, go pick it up. If not, like I said, there's lots of other watches out there in terms of field watches. Guys, if you like the review, please do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. We'll see you soon.